Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and it's been a little while since we had the last Warbond with the urban setting. That being said, we're in January, we should be getting one soon, and there has been a lot of talk about one Warbond, and there's some data actually in the files that shows that the Cowboy Warbond seems like a very real possibility. We're gonna go over all of that, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. There has been a lot of stuff talked about by the developers themselves. A user known as Derek asks, day 16 of asking Pilstedt for color customization for armorers and Helldivers too, and he said we are looking into it, which makes sense. We went over a couple days ago that there are numerous things found in the files for armor recolor systems, so much and so forth. There isn't going to be a transmog system if you were hoping for that, where you could go ahead and put on whatever armor you want and get benefits of others. They've went ahead and said that is not anything they're ever going to do because it would devalue the Warbonds, and it just doesn't make sense. You would have certain armor sets just not be useful or used as intended, but you will be able to customize your armor, which is awesome. But today we're going to be talking about Warbonds. Now, in case you've been living under a rock, back when the Viper Commando Warbond came out, they did put out a blog post saying, based on player input, we're changing our approach to Warbonds moving forward in a couple of ways. Firstly, we're slowing down the pace at which we release Warbonds to give us a little bit more time to polish these designs before they're released. We don't want to rush anything out of the oven before it's fully baked. That being said, the big one that seems to be coming, and a lot of people have talked about it, is the Primordial Warbond, which you can see right here with the armor set that has the teeth on it. Now, thanks to a data miner known as Asunder, who we've talked about on the channel before, he was actually able to show us the full kit, how it would look in game right here. And obviously, I think is using a different helmet. Maybe it's the actual helmet. I can't actually tell. But the armor itself looks really cool and pretty much fully complete. Keep in mind the armor passive, those are all placeholders. That has nothing to do with engineering, but this is how the outfit would look. And as you might have noticed from the thumbnail, it is a Dune inspired outfit. That makes sense because there are some weapons found alongside with it, such as the Dune Shredder, which is a pistol with this teeth that was also recently fully textured. And there is also a sniper as well that is in reference to Dune. Now, it could have just been conceptually designed around the movie/book Dune, which is a great piece of science fiction literature, which, the Arrowhead team does like taking things from other science fiction universes. Terminator with the automatons, Starship Troopers with just the general narrative of Super Earth, so on and so forth. And after the Golden Joystick Awards, Shams, the current CEO, and Pilstedt went ahead and talked about stuff such as, for players who have already completed all the upgrades and unlocked equipment and are hoarding resources, what's going to be the new growth system? And Shams said that they were focused on fixing the existing problems, such as the buffs and nerfs in the past, but now they're going ahead and focusing on the DSS, and more features are going to be enabled next week. Starting today, gamers can vote to choose what they want and what they receive through voting, and they're going to continue to add more content in the future. So they are, once again, not slowing down anytime soon. But the big one, and this has to go with the Dune, is he actually said, in addition to this, we are also planning crossovers with other IPs. We don't want to do too many crossovers, but we are fully considering appropriate collaboration to suit the game's atmosphere. For example, collaboration with Power Rangers would be difficult in concept, but wouldn't it be possible to do something like Black Ranger? That's what I want. Pilstedt said, to add more to this conversation, here's an extended list of IPs that I would really love to do a take on, and he gave a bunch of great ones. Aliens, Starship Troopers, which this game is clearly designed after. Terminator, which, we fight the bots, so that makes a lot of sense. Predator, Star Wars, Fifth Element, Blade Runner, Warhammer 40k, which we just recently got Space Marines 2, so that would actually be perfect. Trench Crusade is on that list again, Mutant Chronicles, and Drop Zone Commander. Sadly, I didn't see Halo. I would really love to see that, especially because they had a Halo skin. He also actually mentioned at some point about talking about massive PvE battles involving something like 20 to 30 players, all in the same big firefight. It comes up pretty often at the studio, but there are engine limitations, so we'll see what happens. Now, there were some other cool concepts actually made by fans. There's the Gunslinger concept right here as a Warbond, which is really cool, and I think this actually is going to be something we see in the near future, because Iron Sights let us see the lever action rifle as an updated render of something that's been in the game files for a while. This is obviously an old school Western style weapon, as you can see, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Warbond go ahead and drop this in the near future. So whoever created that concept, good job. You were actually pretty close to something they're working on. There's also some other really cool ones, such as medical heroes. I just don't know how much that fits into the game, as they went ahead and did Warbonds in the past where they released stim pistols, but they didn't do an entire Warbond on medical heroes. That being said, we could even see something like a Modern Warfare or Call of Duty IP crossover, as there is a Kalashnikov styled rifle found by Iron Sights once again in the game files. So I could also see in the future when other games release, especially more typical modern shooters, that they go ahead and do some of these updated releases for these weapons that would fit in to tie in with those games. All that being said, that's everything we know right now in your Helldivers 2 news. We're going to go ahead and jump into community clips now. Don't forget to submit your own to me on Thornton Smash on Twitter. Shoot me the follow so I can see your DMs easier. And without further ado, let's roll the clips.
Toma esto! Pidiendo ataque orbital.
Warning, you are leaving the mission area. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing.
Ready to lift ring. Orbital inbound.
Cannot help you. If you need to, go call resupply for yourself.
Throwing supply
shit.
kit. Requesting sentry. Gotta fix this liberty-forsaken arm!
Calling in reinforcements. Reloading you! Thank you!
Objective complete.
New man! Requesting walker!
Let me know down below, what kind of Warbond would you guys like to see? Do you want the Cowboy/Primal one, or do you hope it's something a little bit different? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Helldivers 2 on the daily. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading democracy.